She's so insecure, she don't make love with the lights on. So insecure, she don't wanna talk about it, no. And I'm so insecure, one day she'll leave me, and she'll find another guy who makes her happier than I.
That was Miss Njoki Waka. Beautiful, beautiful voice. I've known her for a number of years now, and she is finally coming out of her, well, it's not a shell because she's been singing for a while, like for a while. So we've been hearing that voice, but only kind of secretly for those, if you know, you know. But now she's actually coming out of her shell, and yeah, out of her shell, and letting the world hear her voice. And that song, as I mentioned to her, the first 30 seconds just give me, there's this shiver, there's just a way that her voice goes. It's just, man, it's incomparable. We all have that thing that we've got, that we need to find, we need to discover and become and grow into. So, insecurity. This week, there's an old friend of mine, another old friend of mine, gave me a challenge on Facebook. It's a 10-day challenge to post your travels, And it seemed pretty simple. I was like, yay, challenge accepted. I'ma do it. Let's do this, right? But now the problem is, as you know, I don't travel much. I'm a bit of a, what is the word? Hermit? I'm a bit of a hermit. I love to stay indoors. It's my safe zone. On the outside, anything could happen. People are thinking weird things and saying what they want, and it could affect you in some way, and But when you're home and you're in your zone and everything is in a space that you understand, that you put in its place, and you know where you can find everything, then you're good. Then why leave? Don't fix it if it ain't broke. Just leave it there. So this 10-day challenge had me going through. Now, I had to go to my archives because she said travels, right? I had to go to my archives. And I figured, well, travel doesn't have to be like within the decade. It's any time when, right? Okay, but it is within the decade. Let's just be realistic here. And so I was going through my photos and stuff, and it's taken me on a trip. It's taken me on a trip that I hadn't anticipated when I took the challenge up, because I was like, I'll just find some photos, I'll throw in a few experiences. Travel is what you make it. It's your own definition. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. Cool? Okay. And so I've been going through old photos and videos of previous experiences and events that I've been to, and it's brought up a lot of emotions. Mostly the fact that I was terribly insecure, and I still am. But you find a way to cover it up, to heal it over. That scab just goes over, and you kind of forget that the wound is there. And going through this has opened it up. It's chokora. It's opened it up a little bit, and now I'm feeling a little bit of that insecurity. It's coming up. It's coming up in different ways. And at first, I was like, should I have done that? Should I have done that? Because now I'm rethinking everything that I want to do. I was rethinking the video. Like, should I really record a video today? Am I really feeling up to it? But I was like, yo, that was then. You're a different person now. But the one thing that it does is that it has done is it has helped me realize that I was terribly insecure. And I can see it in my photos. I can see it in my expressions. I can see it in the things that I was doing, things that really were not me, but I tried to make become me, you know. It's been a trip, and well, I'm on day 8, so I still have 2 more days. I've already picked out the photos for that, so I'm done. I'm not going through the archives again. Like, that's it. Stop. But for real though, the reflection, the reminiscing, the laughing at, you know, the old experiences, it made me happy for the things that I've done, the experiences that I've had, the people that I've met, those that I went through these experiences with, wherever they are in the world right now, because Lord knows they're everywhere. It also helped me understand that I have become a different person, and the journey that it has taken me to get to this point. Because I realized that in my beginning, I really was hiding in people. You know, as an introvert who didn't really know herself, who didn't really appreciate myself as much, I would latch onto any person near me with a big personality. You know, and anybody who was confident enough, I would kind of be sucked into their glow, sucked into their flow, you know, sucked into their aura. And I would become like them. I would kind of emulate them, copy them. And that meant that I never really knew who I was. And then it came to a point where I was running away from everybody that I knew. And I became kind of isolated, but in the isolation, I was still, you know, being a little crazy me. But I was finding myself in that craziness. And in that state, I also met other people, you know, so the people that I thought I needed constantly and consistently kind of faded. And I found other people who were able to see this growth that was happening in me, you know, really, as I was breathing out, you know, I don't know, as I was coming out of this shell or coming into the realization of the me that I wanted to be, you know, because when you're left with no other choice, then you have to be someone. And since there was nobody to emulate at that point because I was all alone, then that was me. Flaws and all, but it was me. And so I've had a look at that journey. I'm still reflecting on it in terms of the people that I dated, the friends that I made, the choices that I made, the experiences that I chose to experience. And even the mistakes that I made during this isolation period, during this growth period, really trying to find out who the hell I was. There were lots of mistakes made, but at least in those ones, it was me. And I can't blame anybody for those ones, right? Because now it was just me being me. And I think I appreciate those more. I appreciate those ones more because when you emulate a person and then something goes wrong, the feeling isn't exactly, you don't really feel that regret because I would feel numb if I think about all the choices that I made or the parties that I went to because I was being with a certain group, right? These are kind of a blur. They're kind of numb. They're kind of, I don't remember them. I've seen the photos and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. But there isn't any feeling really attached to them. But when I think about the ones that I made, that I went to of my own volition, and the experiences that I had there, I remember them clearly. I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh, no, what were you thinking, girl? But still, I laugh at them because that was me. The reactions were born of me, you know. it's it's interesting. It's quite eye-opening. It's a good feeling. I'm actually enjoying it, in as much as there's all this apprehension. As I say this, there's all the hesitation. It's a scary it's a scary journey, you know, to run a tape through your life and watch what you've done, you know, what you've been doing, why I did what I did with the people that I did these things with. And they've all made me. They've all made me now. So I'm forever grateful, because I love me now. You know, I'm happy me now. Oh my goodness. I am healthy, wealthy, and free. Are you? I forgot. Are you healthy? Are you wealthy? Are you free? Are you loving your life? I am. So the past few hours for me have been quite reflective. And I got lost in that for a second. So I'm still very insecure, but I'm appreciating my insecurity, and I think that's a beautiful thing for me. I'm happy about it. So maybe you can do the same. Go through some old photos, think about some experiences, and not just the ones that you remember the way you remember. If you have some record of it, writing, videos, photos, people that you can ask about them, ask them and see what they have to say about those experiences, how, you know, you were. Just reminisce on it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, it's your life. It's my life. I can't hate it. What would I do if I hated it? I would hate my life. Nah. It's absolutely perfect. It's what was meant to happen, right? Okay. That's my share for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will do some reflection of your own and appreciate the reflection that you go through for the person that you have become now. Go forth and be happy. Alright. Ciao.